and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, as you may already have noticed. And today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Wurmi, which means Wurmi more or less, Fruit Fun and StarChef 2. My name is Jared, and as always I've got a couple of different things with me, which are of course this arc mouse for the mouse input part. We are going to use the Foldable keyboard for the keyboard part again. And there's a game which can be played with the Xbox One as wireless controller, so we are going to do that. And that one is in here too in this episode. Yeah, and other than that, of course, we are using the Lumia 950 XL. You already know about that. It's a Windows 10 mobile smartphone with a wood cover, more or less, from Mozo at the back. Has a USB-C connector at the bottom, and like that we can connect a USB-C cable with it and connect that to the display dock, which is standing at the side here, and the display dock itself is connected to the TV in this case, and like that we have more or less the ability to have the smartphone generate some kind of a desktop-like experience that is called Continuum in this case. And yeah, we can of course now use, for instance, the mouse and the different input devices I showed you before to control these. And there's no computer involved or something, so it's all done by the smartphone itself. If you want to know more about all this, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of other videos where I'm going in depth with that, or at least a little bit deeper than I can do it at the start of a video. And yeah, then let's start with the first game, I would say, because the first game is Wurmi, and you're probably here because of that, of course. And so Wurmi, which just means worm in German, so a small worm more or less. Wurmi is, yeah, more or less a nice iteration of Snake, but in a really, really nice and whatever, so a child can play with it, or kids can like it. And I'm going to click on that one and show you what's going on there. That one can be played with the Xbox One as wireless controller, with the mouse and with the keyboard, and that is more or less very, very great in this case. As you can see, it's a small little one. I'm not sure if you can, for instance, change it to English or something, so a different language in the system language. I think it's more or less using the system language of your smartphone all the time, but I don't know exactly, so try it out. In the end, I'm trying to translate everything for you, because of course my smartphone is in German at the moment, so you're not going to be able to read everything, but I'm trying to translate it. It's really, really not much you have to know about the game to play it. Okay. So first off, we have of course options, so let's have a look at that. So as you can see, we can define the music and the sound volume. You can have a help at the start, and you can change your player name in the end. Everything else is more or less like it's defaults or whatever. That's what we can set up here. As you can see, this game can be played with 1 or with 2 players, so you can even play this with 2 different input devices at the same time on this machine. Pretty interesting. So if you, for instance, want to let one play with the Xbox One as wireless controller, you can do that, and the other one can, for instance, use a keyboard or whatever to control the other worm. And yeah, it's a pretty nice touch for the game. Here are a couple of different things like feedback, of course having help, and of course you can get rid of ads. In some situations, often if you died or something, you will see one little spot in between. It's in general overjumpable, and it's pretty fair to see that one, and it's really not something you have to worry about much. But if you want to, you can of course get rid of the ads, and we are going to play with 1 player only, so ein Spieler means 1 player, zwei Spieler means 2 players of course, and so I'm going to click on that, and as you can see, here's more or less a difficulty level you can choose from, so baby worm, then rain worm more or less, so the normal worm, super worm, and death worm. So I think you get what that is all about. It's about the difficulty level. So for babies or for people who are just starting, you can use that one. This one is more or less a normal part. Super warm is a little bit higher, and yeah, death warm is unbeatable, more or less. No, not really, but in this category, this is going to fall. I'm going to show you something, so I'm going to go for baby warm, just because I'm talking all the time, and like that, it's too difficult for me to play, for instance, death warm or something. And just to be able to show you everything, I'm going to use that one. As you can see, they are going to give you some kind of an instruction. That is more or less what we read in the settings already, so the help that's at the start. And as you can see, you can play it in different ways. You can even speed up if you want to. I never used it before, but probably in some situations, if you're really in a long variation or long game, then that might be helpful. As you can see, this is a small little figure you are going to play, and as you can see here, a couple of different fruits you should be able to run over or eat, more or less, if you are running over them. And this is a play figure you have at the start. It's going to increase in size, of course, and then all you have to do is just get all the green ones. And don't try to eat the red ones. The red ones are going to kill you. Then game is over. And you can of course get all the other fruits too. So only the red ones are the problematic ones. Yeah, and that was a burp by the little worm there. Interesting. And in the end, you just have to run around. And as in Snake, you can't, for instance, touch yourself. So be aware that you are going to run around here in a good way, so you're not eating yourself up or something. And yeah, other than that, let's start playing it. Playing is just indicated or just starting if you are going to press one of the buttons. As in many games, if you are not going to have a connection from the right start up with the Xbox One and Wireless controller, just press it for a couple of seconds till the controller is more or less shutting down. That's now, so the light isn't on anymore. And I'm going to press it again. Wait a little till it's connected again. And there we go. In some situations it takes a little longer, I'm not sure why, but here we go. And if I now press something, as you can see, we are able to control the ROM with the different parts. An interesting part about it, you can do it in different ways. So here's the advertisement I told you about. But yeah, you can do it in different ways. For instance, you can use the stick here to navigate the little guy, and you can even use the analog pad, more or less, here, which is going to be even a little bit better if you ask me, but it depends on what you want to play there. And here you can see the advertisement is often overjumpable or skippable in the end. So it depends on what you want to do here. It's okay to watch it, because I think the developer did a pretty great job for that kind of thing here. Okay, please. There we go. As you can see, we died of course. I'm going to turn around just to be able to play it a little bit better. And I'm sitting on the mouse. Very interesting choice, my friend. So, let's see. We are going to restart, of course, because we didn't do anything at the moment. And yeah, so just go on try again, more or less. And with A you can use it with a controller if you wanted to, for instance, press on OK and stuff like that. And other than that, as mentioned before, you can use that one, or you can use that one. It really doesn't matter. There are a couple of different special apples you are going to see here too. Those have a number on them, and they are going to be very valuable. And as you can see, our worm is always growing a little bit if we eat one of the apples here. Yeah, so in the end it's really just a nice little a nice little snake variation, more or less. Interesting part is you can, for instance, go to the sides in some situations. That's fine. You can, for instance, just go out of that way and come out from the other screen part there, at least as a baby worm. And there is this kind of additional power-up, or whatever you want to call it. If you have that one in, you can, for instance, go for the red apples too, but only if we have that one. Yeah, and as you can see, you're going to grow much longer, and so on and so forth. The difficulty level will increase with the different levels we are playing, of course. And in the end, as you can see, our worm is just getting longer and longer. That is going to make it far worse to travel around and not get yourself. And as you can see, I hit the red one now, and so I'm dying. But as you can see, we have a much better one. And here's another advertisement we have to go through. As mentioned before, most of them are skippable. And as you can see, you have, for instance, more or less a score you get, and you have, for instance, how long you played the game. So in this, or the level in this case. And as you can see, we had 46 seconds of playtime, I think at least. And there are a couple of different other things we can see here. I'm not even sure. I think this is not the playtime level. Sorry about that. I think this is how many people played in this game at all or something. It doesn't matter. Okay, and yeah, this is more or less what this game is all about. And yeah, as mentioned before, you can play it with one player, you can play it with two players at the same time. And there are different difficulty levels. I think it's a pretty nice iteration of Snake, so if you like that game, this might be a good one you want to test out. And yeah, so let's have a look at the second game, which is Fruit Fun. Fruit Fun is a pretty basic game, if you ask me, but not bad. Interesting thing about it is it's not done in the usual way. At least creation-wise, I think. As you can see, Fruit Run is a little game where we are going to have fun with fruits. Okay, no pun intended. And if you press, for instance, on the settings here, you can, for instance, change different countries, but it's not going to change the language neither. So this is only for the best list, so the score list more or less, where you will be defined as whatever the language or the country is selected here. And as you can see, you can have a name, and you can have, of course, the audio volume in this case, and other than that, there's not much to see here. So go to the top list, just to let you know what's going on here. As you can see, the best player at the moment is Fang or something, who is from the US in this case, and the second one is from Germany in this case, and so on and so forth. Okay, and let's go to play. And as you can see, there are different kinds of playing modes in this case. So one is normal, so just for the normal play fun in the end. Blitz is more or less a limited game for 2 minutes, and how fast and how good you can be in 2 minutes. Entspannt just means more or less that you are really relaxed. And so you can just play without any kind of limit or something, just go on. And then there is Zeit modus, which is a time mode, which just means that you can, for instance, or have to solve the different levels you're going to play in a different kind of time frame, more or less. And so we are just going to have a look at the normal one at the start, and just have a look at it. As you can see, there are a lot of different levels available here. You can go in here and have a look at all of these in the different modes, more or less, so there are different modes as we already saw. And as you can see, this is level 1 and we are just going to play that, and I'm going to show you what this is all about, because this is of course one of the 3 or 4 wins games, whatever you know them already. And in the end, this is a nice iteration. It has more or less the same approach as you already know. In this case, it's more like a drag and drop thing. The feeling is a little bit different. So you can see that there is a different kind of technology used here, but I like it, especially because then the guy who programmed that wasn't lazy and stuff like that. So didn't use any kind of predefined libraries, but did many things by himself, and that's a cool thing to do. I like that. Okay, so as you can see, we have more or less one of those targets here, which is shown here. So we have to get 56 of the apples in this case. So go for the apples in this case. And as you can see, there are power-ups. There are going to be combinations which are going to be more valuable than others and stuff like that. It's like you already know from those games. I really like it. Very performant too. And if you like this kind of game, you might want to try it out. Let's see if we can solve this. So we have the apples still there. We still have 18 rounds to go, and we need 29 apples in that. It's not easy if you ask me, but we will see. Okay, that's not allowed to do. Let's see what we can do then. Maybe doing this. Give me an apple. Okay. There was one of the power-ups, as you can see, that more or less pizza-like thing or melon-like thing, I'm not sure. And that is going to help you, of course, too, but... Come on. Not much I can do to get these apples at the moment. Hopefully that will change, because we are only 10 steps from the end, and as you can see, we still have to go with all those. That helped a little bit, I think, yeah. So 23, now it's 17, but still there are not many apples on the screen at the moment, so I don't know if we really are able to do that. That one should help us a little bit. Sometimes it's only updating after a while, but still not sure if we are going to get that. 4 steps away, 6 apples to go, and I don't know where I should get them from. That's a power-up, but I can't activate it at the moment. Let's see if that is going to help us in any way. Can't go there. Let's activate that one. Two left. Nope, I don't think we are going to make it this time. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So one of the power-ups more or less helped us there, and as you can see, we have 85,250 points. As you can see, we are not in the top 10 or something. We are at place 3869, so 3,869 from all the players here. So a lot of people already have played that and are much better than us, but whatever. And yes, this is more or less a game. As you can see, there are many different levels available for you to play. There is no kind of storytelling or something around that, so it really is up to you if you like that or if you don't like that. And there are of course other games if you want to have a storyline around that, so a story told to you. Or in this case, you just play it. You're not forced to play the next level if you don't want to. I like that. It's not really forcing you to stay up and play all the things. It's just you against all the other players in this score list, more or less. So just try it out. I think it's a pretty nice one. And for that I'm going to go out now, and we are going to have a look at a game which has a storyline, much more than this one. And it's called StarChef 2. So you're going to be a chef, and not even only a chef or something, but a lot more. So StarChef 2 cooking game in this case. It's more like a manager game. So you're going to have to manage a restaurant in a pretty nice way, I think. It reminds me a little bit of Pizza Connection or something like that. Those kind of games you may already have heard of. And yeah, in the end, of course, we have to do that. Now it's going to take a little while to load everything in. So they're going to load stuff from the internet and put it in the game. And after that, it's much faster to start. But since I resetted the game, so we can restart from the beginning and stuff like that, we have to get it again. In this case, it's more or less, as you can see, this play figure, and the other guy is there too. But our play figure is at the start this girl here, who is more or less our boss. It's not about being the it seems like it didn't help to reset, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if I can reset in another way. Let's see. Yeah. Thank you, Hector. Yeah, I know. Okay, I will have to grow stuff here, as you can see. It's really a couple of different things which are going to happen in this game. So in this case, we want to create this kind of tomatoes to create tomato soup in the end. And we are going to have to, of course, get that one done. This is something you already know from other games too. So just click on it, get the different things here done, and then we are through that. Okay, hopefully at least. Come on. Let me play, or at least see if I can restart it somehow. Yeah. As you can see, it's a guided game, not that much through the whole process or something, but at the start it's a guided game. And now we should create, as it seems, some kind of a tomato soup with hammer, whatever, lobster in this case. And yeah, whatever, tomato soup with lobster, as it seems. Never saw that, but whatever. Why not? Here you go, eat that. But let's have a look if we can change our guy here. I'm not sure if we are able to do that, but I'm trying to find that in a fast way at least. But seems like they don't want me to do that, to restart on this part. Yeah, I can't see anything. I'm going to... Oh, maybe it's done here. Let's see. Don't know if I'm able to, but... Nope. No, it doesn't seem like I'm able to change that, but I can change the language here. So we are going to go to the English one, so you can read everything in this case. Give it a second, there we go, English is on. And everything else doesn't seem to be able to be done, so we just have to play with this. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to turn around again, just to let you know what is going on here. So in the end, you are a freshly chef, more or less, of a restaurant, and you're trying to do different things here. So you are going to have to of course give your customers what they want, and like that you are going to build different kind of recipes, trying to create those meals and doing everything you can to make them happy in the end. And for that you are going to receive money, experience points, and this kind of level points, whatever. And like that you're going to get better and better at cooking. You're going to build different things in your restaurant, and you have, for instance, to buy different things in the supermarket at this place. So if you want to cook something, of course you need some kind of ingredients and stuff like that, and you can get that there. And as you can see, this guy wants, a soup. It's a salad soup. I'm not really sure if I would get that one, but whatever, they want it. So click on that. And if you have to cook something, you'll see the different kinds of possibilities you have here. And if you just create them, then for the customer, they should be pretty happy and help you. It might take a little while to create those stuff, but in many cases there's this free button you can go on. For the higher level ones, of course not, there you have to wait then. But in the end, okay, why not? I'm going to press on that. This is more or less a task manager, so you can, for instance, claim all your different tasks, or at least the completed ones, so you get other cooler stuff there. And as you can see, they want that soup. And now we have to change here, because we have different recipes now, and now we can, for instance, create this one by just drag and dropping the different ingredients here. And as you can see, she's now preparing our soup, and we can give our customers what they want, in this case by drag and dropping it around, and they get what they wanted there and get our money and stuff like that. So it's more or less a manager game. Nice one, I think. There is a lot of different story elements in there, because they are going to talk with other chefs. They are going to talk at the start for a longer period of time to give you different kind of helps and instructions in this case. And in the end, it's pretty nice one. As you can see, we can even create now different kinds of tomatoes and stuff like that, so create our own stuff. And here you can see the journey begins. We are going to go through this. This is more or less an instruction manual, and after that we are going to be able to play the game in a little bit of a more freely measure, whatever, because now we are at level 6. In this case, of course, if you are leveling up, you are getting different kinds of different options to work with. So for instance, you have other ingredients, you have other things to build, you can do different kinds of, like the statue, like it seems. What's that? Let's have a look. Press up that. You can view achievements. You will be rewarded for completing achievements. Yeah, of course. Okay. Go ahead and collect your reward. Okay, we are going to get that, of course. We have the elementary stuff now done. And like that, we are going to have to do the second part of that in the next, in the next game or whatever. To attract new customers, our restaurant needs a bit of a pizza. Okay. Yeah, why not? As you can see, we already built a barbecue grill, and this is more or less the cooking station, the normal one. And probably we need some kind of a new part. And of course, we can, for instance, piazza. Oh, it's not pizza, it's piazza, sorry. Okay, that of course means that we need to put in some decorations and stuff like that to make it better. As you can see, we have this kind of prestige button or points here. The prestige or decor points will help us to more or less increase our customer income, because people are going to like our parts here more than before and stuff like that. And of course, as mentioned before, if you go here, you can, for instance, buy stuff like that, so a classic pot or whatever. So build whatever you want here, do it in the best fashion you can, like this, for instance. And I think we will just leave it there at the moment. I'm not sure, probably we should reach the 200 mark or something, but I don't like it at the moment. As you can see, you can increase your part or your restaurant later on, because there are other room or spaces around that. And as you can see, there's another thing. You can, for instance, have a look at different kind of people. So if, for instance, you log in with Facebook if you want that. I'm not going to, but if you like it, do it. And here is Matt, for instance. Matt is an IE player, and we can have a look at his restaurant there, just to let you see what's possible, more or less. And yeah, let's have a look at that one to just see what he has done there, and more or less what is possible and what can be done. And it's a really nice game. I like it very, very much. You have different kinds of tasks. You can play them pretty freely, not really, but in the end, a guided process which is at least fun. And as you can see, this is more or less what he created for a restaurant. So a very, very big one, as you can see, with very, very many different tables here to suit or to serve the different customers, of course. And here are a couple of different things he placed on there. He has more or less a gardening style, whatever, and a lot of different options here. And I'm not going to show you more than that, because there is more than that. But in the end, this is more or less his restaurant, and of course we're in the same city and we see it. Yeah, we should more or less overpower him, and this is what we got at the moment. Yeah, this is more or less what the game is all about. I would say let's go and try to get it and try it out, because I really like it. I think it's a nice little iteration of a game. It's fun to see the different processes and the advancements or advantages you're going to reach with every level. And of course at the start, for instance, it's more or less, yeah, a ruin. And you have to let him clean everything up, and then it's going to start and tell you a little bit of a story, what's going on there. And I really like it. It's a really fun game if you like this kind of management games. Yeah, and with that, I would say I'm going to leave this game too, and this ends the episode. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up as always. If you, for instance, want to subscribe to the channel, do that down below. If you have any kind of questions or something, please put them in the commentary section down below. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, have a great week. We see us at the next weekend again. And so, thanks for everything, and bye.